Tonight, a full circle moment for a local family whose life was forever changed by a Charlotte nonprofit.
Back in 2010, Billy Madelon, who went on to become a Charlotte City Councilman, and Brooks Shelley adopted their son, Jed, through Alexander Youth Network. We first brought you their story in 2013. So fast forward now 13 years later, Shelley's working at Alexander Youth Network as the Director of Development. And
WCNC Charlotte's Miles Harris shows us how he's helping other families walk that same path.
Yeah, this particular story is about family, service, and going back to the place that changed your life. Now for Brooks Shelley, the Alexander Youth Network isn't just a place of where he works, it's where his family began.
Coming back to Alexander Youth Network was very much like the closing the circle.
Years ago, Brooks Shelley and his partner, former Charlotte City Councilman Billy Madelon, first connected with Alexander Youth Network as volunteers. That experience evolved and led them to foster and then adopt Jed through the program in 2010. When we talked to Madelon in 2013, he told us Jed was treated like a dog.
Locked in a room and was fed from some dishes on the floor in a pretty primitive way. So I don't know how else to describe it except, that he was sort of raised as a dog.
Shelley says the adoption shaped their family in ways they never imagined.
All these kids need is just a little bit of a foundation and hope. They had no more control over the circumstances they were born into than any of us did. And so why can't we just spread a little bit of hope around and a little bit of time?
Alexander Youth Network provides mental health services, support, and care for children with complex behavioral needs, and for the families who love them. And for Shelley, those services are now both personal and professional.
I've had a very fulfilling career and a very fulfilled family. It's nice to marry those two things together.
Shelley says working at Alexander Youth Network is a reminder of how powerful early support and community can be. Lynn Crutchfield, the president of the nonprofit, stresses how thankful she is to have Shelley be part of this community.
He can help people understand that they're just like every other kid that they see. They're not these monsters or these mean, horrible kids that you hear about on the news. They're real people.
It's like coming home. It feels like putting on a perfectly broken in pair of shoes. It fits. And again, I hope to continue here for many years and shape some more lives.
Now, Shelley says that his family's story is just one of many, and he hopes that it encourages others to consider fostering, adoption, or supporting others who need help. In East Charlotte, I'm Miles Harris, WCNC Charlotte.